Hey guys, it's Cheyenne. I've been asked a lot more again through YouTube, so I'm going to try to do it. So, let me take out one of my earbuds. I am going to try to recreate the Make Me Up Misa look with the Blue Blood palette. I'm going to try my best. I don't have the Jawbreaker liquid lipstick to do the blue eyeliner, so I may just do it with black. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do, but we shall figure it out. I've already done my brows. I hate brows. I started recording when I started my brows. It took me 10 minutes. That's ridiculous. So I did my brows, carved them out. There is some residual staining from yesterday where I had purple on my eyes from the Zulu palette. My eyelid stained really easy with pinks, reds, and purples. It's just normal, so it doesn't bother me. Just cover it up with concealer, and it's never happened. Well, it kind of did, but you're hiding it. Anyway, I'm going to take some just regular Scotch tape and kind of go on the outer corner of my eye. She has it extended pretty far past her eyebrows, but sorry, you can see my ring light. I really don't think I'm going to go that far out because I am going to work, and I'm just not comfortable enough to do that. So just kind of like lay down my Scotch tape so that way when I gently pull it off, not rip it, you'll have a clean defined edge of everything that you did, and you can be as messy as you want because nothing's going to come underneath that. So for my eyeshadow base, I use this Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. It's so shiny and my lights are so bright. But it is in the shade C0.5. So it's a very light shade. I like super light shades. That way my pigments show up more true to color and more vibrant. But I'll go ahead and plop it all over my eyelids. I've been kind of excited to try to do another YouTube video since my room's finished. We bought this house last March, so we've been in here a little over a year. This room's pretty small. We're going to assume that it was a nursery. The house is a 1970s ranch home. But we think that it was a nursery, and I claimed it as my makeup room, and the paint started bubbling and popping because somebody had painted over wallpaper, which will cause severe problems later on down the road, as I came across, and it is a jerk to remove. So I painted it a pretty blue color, did a lot of white trim, and I have got a lot of plants that you can't see because my new obsession is plants. Alrighty, so we are going to start with the crease color. And I think I'm going to pack the deepest color in and then blend it out with a lighter color. I do not set my concealer. I don't. Unless I'm doing like a brownie neutrally look. But when I'm doing colorful pigmented looks, I want it to be very impactful, bold, and bright. And in order for me to accomplish that anyway is to have that wet, sticky base for the pigment to grab to. So I'm going to take my Jeffree Star Blue Blood, which I actually have, and I'm going to take, I don't know, what does she look like she got? I think I'm going to take Blue Monday and then kind of do it right in my crease. So I've got this little e.l.f. brush that actually has pink on it, so I need to clean it off. I have a towel in my lap that I just kind of swirl my brushes in. My towel's really gross. I wash it every week, but all the colorful looks I do get it dirty pretty quickly. But I wipe my brush off on my towel in my lap. It's a little e.l.f. brush. It's like a defining eye brush, so it's actually meant for this. But I'm gonna get it into that Blue Monday shade. And what I'm gonna do, first I'm gonna tap out this crease because we don't want this. And I have two of these Real Technique sponges. One is dry and one is wet. My dry one I use for blending out concealer because I want my concealer to be more pigmented then I do my foundation. This brush may be the wrong one. We'll try with this one, and if I can't get it to work, we'll switch to another.
Human hearts aren't so lucky. Those battle scars remain. Oh, I can't let go of the one thing I wanted.
Alright. Now that I've got my color kind of down that I mainly want, I'm going to take a smaller blending brush. That one's stained pink too. This one is going to be a Morphe M506. This is the brush shape. I'm going to take and kind of diffuse that color that I packed. Just slightly. And I'm going to hold it closer to the back of the brush to have the lightest blend that I can, because I just kind of want to move this pigment around just a little bit, blur out those edges so the transition will be a little bit smoother into the next color that I put right above it. And I do kind of like windshield wipers, and I do itty bitty little swirls.
Echoes of your ghost. Can't let go of the one thing I wanted most.
So yeah, that kind of slightly diffused it and blew it out. Not a whole lot, but it'll just make that transition even smoother. So we're gonna go ahead and do it to the other eye. So now I'm gonna put in my color to blend this out with this Morphe M222 brush. This is one I got from the collection back in June, the Live in Color, but it came with just a couple different brushes, and I kept this. I don't know why, I don't really need to keep it. And I'm gonna take, I think I'm gonna take I'm Cold, which is this shade right here, and I'm gonna blend this out. Just kind of tap my brush in, tap a little bit of that excess off, and then go just right above what I just did.
Echoes of your ghost. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da.
Now you are going to lose a little bit of the work that you initially put down, so you always have to go back and kind of reinforce what you did. So it's a lot of back and forth, it's a lot of blending. I will go in with a naked, fluffier brush and kind of blend out even further, because you want your transition to be smooth. Right now it looks a little rough, but you just got to keep going back and forth until you get the smoothness that you're looking for. So naked brush, no color on it. It's a Farrah Taper Blend-In 35E. I got it in my Ipsy bag. Honestly, the only reason why I do the Ipsy bag is to pay the upgrades to get some different brushes, because I've gotten some really amazing brushes through there, and I really like the Farrah brand, or Farah, which I don't know if it's the name or if it's an acronym for something. But I'm going to take and just kind of diffuse this out. Now I'm going to go to a slightly larger brush to pack back in the I'm Cold. This one is, it's just a no-name brush, and honestly it's probably really cheap, but I don't care because it's really pretty. It's like a little unicorn brush. But I'm going to go back into I'm Cold and kind of go back and kind of blend back in that color. I'm going to go in with this, I don't even know the number, it's rubbed off, but it's another brush that I got from Ipsy. And I'm going to go in with the Blue Blood color right here. And I'm gonna deepen up my crease just a little bit from that lightness to this color. I'm just gonna put it on this brush and then blend in this color. I'm gonna go back in in with that Morphe M506 brush, and I'm gonna go back into Blue Monday and kind of get back that initial color that I packed down. I'm gonna try to hold it closer to the back of the brush so you can have the lightest touch, so you can kind of blend easier with this darker shade. Alright, you see I've kind of got back that color, and it smooths to the darkest. You can kind of see the middle, and it fades into the lightest. So now, because I always struggle with my inner corners, I'm going to just take a clean brush. I'm going to use this, I don't even know what name it is. And I'm going to take and just kind of try to smooth in this inner corner just a little bit, because this is where I struggle the most, just right in here. Just kind of diffuse it, try to make it look like a seamless transition. That looks a little better. Okay, so now we are going to take and cut the crease, which I hate doing this on camera, but I'm going to take some micellar water. I'm using the Garnier Skin Active 2-in-1. I don't know, that's a blue cap. I'm gonna take a Q-tip. I'm gonna stick it in the little hole and get some micellar water on here. And then I'm gonna take and clean off, not all of the stuff on my lid, I'm gonna take and clean off a majority of it. And then I'm gonna go with the dry side and kind of clean off that excess moisture. That way it doesn't go too far up, because I've got slightly hooded eyes, so it will transfer. And I've got most of what I kind of want to cut cleaned. That way you don't move around a bunch of blue. I've got like a little mirror on a stand in front of me, but I use it kind of as my palette. I'm gonna open up my concealer and then just put a glob on it on there. And then I'm gonna take this Wet n Wild brush that I have. I'm pretty sure it was like a concealer brush, but honestly, you can get it really flat. There you go. That way you can kind of cut the crease a little easier. I love this brush. It's got this little finger notch cut out too here, so I can kind of have something to set my finger in to cut what I want. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work that concealer onto the front and the back of the brush. Just kind of pat it down in there. And then I'm gonna kind of push the brush into the concealer. That way I can get some on the tip of this. And I'm going to cut the crease with the tip of my brush. I hate doing this.
Fade away. Human hearts aren't so lucky. Those battle scars remain. Oh, I can't let go of the one thing I wanted most. I'm chasing echoes, echoes of your ghost. Can't let go of the one thing I wanted most. I'm chasing echoes, echoes of your ghost. La 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 la.
Now I'm going to work on doing the colors, and it looks like she has got Cullinan in the inner corner and as her inner corner highlight, and then the actual inner corner part of the lid. And then it looks like she's got Entitled. And it looks like maybe Ocean Eyes, but I can't get this like that. Like, I love this palette, but I hate that color because I can't get it to work. All right, I'm gonna take this Morphe, concealer on my hand, Morphe M326 back from that Pride palette. And I like it because it's kind of a scratchier brush, so it picks up pigment pretty well to allow me to help kind of pack this on just a little bit easier. Even use, I've saved over the years, because I'm a random hoarder of things, I saved the little sponges from when I would buy like drugstore eyeshadows, because they actually work really well for applying eyeshadow. I don't understand why they're so obsolete. If you're trying to pack on like a shimmery shade and you're struggling picking up with your finger or getting kind of the definition that you're looking for, they work really well. Actually, dig out one from my reserve of little sponge applicators. See these little guys? So I'll take Entitled and pick it up with my little sponge. And look, it works. I don't understand why people hate on these so much. Sorry if you can hear my dog Spike barking. It's his morning ritual to bark at who knows what. All right, now I got the bulk of the pigment down that I want. Just want to go back in with this little brush, kind of get all that excess off. I'm going to use this to get as close as I can to that line where I cut my crease. And then what I'm going to do, just to make sure that I've kind of done what I want to do, or accomplishing what I'm trying, is I'm going to go back in and kind of slightly blend that Cullinan color into that Entitled. Doesn't look exactly like hers, but whatever, it's a recreation. It doesn't have to be perfect. I really hate the fact that I think that's truly the color that she used on that outer portion. It's just, I can't get it as pretty as I want it to. Alright, it's makeup that washes off. It's not that legit. I'm going to take my little sponge applicator again and try to pack this color on that outer corner. So I'm going to take my NYX glitter glue insurance. I'm going to put it on my little mirror stand again, just a little glob of it. And I'm going to cut my crease yet again with, it's actually a paintbrush, but I can make it pretty itty bitty. That way I can actually do it. And I'm going to take this Marsk loose pigment. It's called Foiled. Again, it's a really, let me see if I can show without spilling it everywhere. Here we go. It's a really pretty silver color, but I think that'll be, I don't really want a chunky glitter. So I'm going to work that glitter glue into this little brush. And I really utilize, try to get it flat, really work that glue in. And then I just try to utilize the very tip of this.
When I
my crease cut with the glue. I'm gonna take that same brush, kind of squeeze off that excess glue, and then just go in with this loose pigment and pack it. Now that I have everything kind of done, I'm going to take my eyeliner before I pull off my tape and do my eyes. And I use the NYX Matte Liquid Eyeliner. I like liquid eyeliner better than felt, just because I feel like it's a lot easier to manipulate and actually use. But everybody's different. Now I'm going to slap on my foundation. I'm not going to talk about any bit of it because it's boring. I'm just going to do it.
So Satan, with hope and you were sure I couldn't agree that we were meant to be, but our love is what they talk about in movies. Our love is what they talk about, Yeah, we were wild and free, and you know everything about me. So wild and free, and you know everything about me. 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 You know every about, you know everything about me. You know everything about, you know everything about. Save me from myself. I really need your help. I'm going under. Save me from myself. All I really ever wondered is if I'm really going under. Yeah, we will.
All right, for my under eyes, we are going to take, where'd it go? Here it is. We're gonna take this little no name, I think it was an Eco Tools, yeah, Eco Tools EB little brush. And I'm gonna go in with Blue Monday under my lash line.
Yeah, we were wild and free, and you know everything about me. So wild and free, and you know everything about me.
All right, this says eye crease brush. It's by e.l.f., but I'm going to use, actually I think I'm gonna use Mint Tea to buff out this.
You know everything about, you know everything about me. You know everything about, you know everything about me. You know everything about.
We now that I've done that, I'm going to go back in with my eyeliner to kind of clean up that outer edge, make it a little bit smoother. I'm going to highlight my inner corner. Alright, I'm going to take my L'Oreal 24-hour infallible eyeliner, and it's in blackest to black. And I'm going to take this eyeliner brush, and I'm going to line my inner water rim. Found that this is what stays the best on me. Pencil eyeliners just don't last.
But I'd never say goodbye or ever leave this stuff behind. When it's good, it's amazing. When it's bad, it's uneasy. I wouldn't have it another way. There's no other way. When it hurts like this.
Take this Morphe High Impact Highlighter Illuminator in Spark. Bought it at Ulta. It was, you know, stupid little checkout lines that they have, and they've got all those little things. You look at them and you buy something you didn't need. I'm that person. Recreation, although it looks like that looks like the high-end from Makeup Nisha high-end version, and then like I look like the version where you go to Wish and expect the same quality, and then it's all lies when you get it. So that's a recreation. No, it's not too horrible. It's very blue though. Alright, I guess that's it. Welcome back after on a hiatus of not doing YouTube to this. It turns out okay. Bye guys.